I was at a family dinner recently, and while we were chatting, I casually shared that I was moving soon because, yay, I finally found a new apartment after 8 months of research. That was a struggle. So I said I was moving, and someone asked how long I planned to stay there in the new apartment, and I answered honestly, naturally, well, not long, maybe like 2 or 3 years. I'm planning to move to New York City before I turn 30, which is in 3 years. And you know that Taylor Swift song that says, "Horrified looks from everyone in the room"? Well, yeah, cue the stairs. You know, it's that, yeah, okay, you know that look? And the first comment that I got was, well, that's gonna cost a lot. New York City is super expensive. To which I replied, yeah, I know. I'll go when I'm making at least like 10 or 15K a month so I can live comfortably. And then silence. But not the inspiring kind of silence, the kind that makes you feel like people think you've lost your fucking mind. The kind of silence where no one is saying anything, but you can feel it, you know, like shifty glances, very tight smiles, raised eyebrows. Like, you don't even need words. Their body language says it all. It says, she is fucking delusional. She is disconnected from reality. And in that very moment, I had a realization. Just because they don't believe I can do it, doesn't mean I can't. Just because they think it's impossible, doesn't mean it is. And just because they don't dream like me, doesn't mean that I need to stop dreaming. But let's be honest here, that's not always easy to hold. When you're surrounded by people who settle for small and you're the only one bold enough to say your big dreams out loud, you can feel like an alien. And today I want to talk about that. No filter, no shame, because if you're watching this, chances are that you felt it too. The awkwardness, the doubt, the mini shame of wanting more than what your circle believe is possible. So let's set the record straight here. Let's get something clear first. Just because your family or your friends don't believe in your dreams doesn't mean that they are unrealistic. Most of the times, actually, it's the opposite. People don't believe in what they've never seen. They don't have the same references, role models, or realities. My family lives in a world where earning 2K a month is considered security, maybe even privilege. So of course, when I say I'm aiming for 15K a month, it just glitches their brain. I talk about online business, financial freedom, living in New York City, and all they hear is instability, danger, delusion. But it's not hate, it's projection. It's their own fears, their own limits. And when you show up ready to break that ceiling, it makes people uncomfortable. Not because you're too much, but because your light highlights the limits they've accepted. But still, that doesn't mean it's impossible. It just means that they live by a different standard, and that's okay. But what is not okay is to let their limits become yours. Their doubt is a defense mechanism, not a prophecy. And their discomfort isn't a prediction of your failure. Sometimes we internalize those looks, the side eyes, the awkward silences, and we start shrinking. You know what I mean? Like you were this close to sharing your bold goal, but then you water it down. You say, no, I just want to build like a little something. I have a little project going on. Instead of saying, I am building a fucking empire. You say, maybe someday I want to live abroad somewhere. Instead of saying, I want a fucking penthouse in Manhattan. You say, yeah, sure, we'll see where that goes. When you know you've got a 2-year plan mapped out in fucking Notion. You stop saying your dreams out loud because you're afraid of sounding arrogant. You don't launch that wild idea just in case you fail and they can tell you, yeah, I told you so. You play it safe, reasonable, acceptable, and you start dimming your own light. Why? Because you're scared of the judgment. You're scared that they'll say, who does she think she is? So here's what I want you to remember. Every time you shrink your dream to make it more realistic, you send a message to your subconscious that you're not legit. And every time you hold back your ambition, you're feeding your fear, not your future. This strategy of yours of playing small, yeah, sure, it might protect you short term, but long term, it will make you question everything all the fucking time. It will make you sabotage yourself, clip your wings before you even try to fly. And here's the truth. The biggest dreams were always labeled unrealistic until they became obvious. The world has never been changed by women who stayed realistic. Okay, but so what do you do when you're surrounded by people who just don't get it? Because we're not staying stuck in Pinterest vision board energy here. We need action. First step, you need to change your references. You cannot expect people who've never seen a 5-figure month to understand your business goals. It's like asking someone who's never been to a concert what a stadium show feels like. So go find people who dream like you. People who've already done what you want to do. People who make your goal feel possible, not delusional. I'm thinking business besties who think big, mentors who model what's possible, a community that hypes your wins, even the small ones. Your inner circle doesn't need to be your expansion circle, and that's okay. But if your circle makes you shrink, build a new one. Step 2. Practice internal validation. Because if you're waiting for someone to give you permission to dream big, well, bad news, they aren't coming. Because the only person that can do that is yourself. Write down your big goal. Repeat it daily like a fucking mantra. Visualize it, feel it, embody it, and most importantly, act on it. Because nothing is more powerful than proving to yourself that you can do it. And if you're a little petty like me, you can happily prove the ones who didn't believe you wrong too. That can be an extra source of motivation. Step 3. Stop trying to convince the unwilling. You know what they say? You can lead a horse to water, but you cannot make him drink. You can't make your mom understand what a 6-figure online business really is. And honestly, that's okay. You can love people deeply and still choose to not talk business with them. You can respect their worldviews and still follow your own. And also, it's okay if you think some dreams are too sacred to share with people who aren't ready to hold them. It's okay if you decide to keep them safe until they're strong enough to stand tall on their own. You don't owe your boldest vision to anyone who isn't equipped to honor it. I also wanted to say that your ambition is political, spiritual, and generational. Yep, I said it. Because when you're a woman who dares to want more in a world that taught you to settle for enough, wanting more is rebellion. When you come from a family where no one has ever earned more than 2K a month and you say, I'm aiming for 15K, you're breaking cycles. Your ambition is not selfish. It's a fucking statement. So rewrite the script. You're not here to repeat the stories of your family. You're here to write a new one. Your own. You want New York City? Go for New York City. You want 15K months? Then make them non-negotiable. And you know what? Fuck their judgy looks. That judgment isn't a mirror. It's a reflection of their own limitations. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Yes, chasing big dreams is gonna ruffle some feathers. Yes, you are going to make people uncomfortable, but that's a good sign. You will unsettle the ones who never dared. You will trigger the ones who are still scared. You will confuse the ones who play small. But that's the price of expansion. So there we go. Say it with me. I believe in me, even if no one else does yet. And I'm going to prove it. Because here's what I want you to leave with. You do not need external validation to succeed. You don't need anyone's belief to make your vision real. You do not need permission to go all in. Just because they don't get it doesn't mean it won't happen. Just because they think it's too much doesn't mean it's wrong. Your dream is valid. Your vision is valid. Your ambition is legit. And if you're the first in your family to want more, that's not an accident. That's your mission. If you've ever felt like you're too much for the people around you, if you've ever been afraid to be judged for dreaming big, if you've ever downplayed your ambition to stay likable, there is nothing wrong with you. Your ambition is your light. And if it makes people squint, Well, maybe they weren't meant to stay in your glow anyway. But you are not here to dim. You're here to shine. So before we wrap this up, let me finish with some big reminders for you. You're not dreaming too big. You're not wanting too much. You're not pretending to be someone else. You are exactly where you're meant to be. You're just a little bit early, and that's why it feels lonely sometimes. But you're not alone. I'm here. And hundreds of women just like you are watching this right now. Ambitious, visionary, done hiding. So just go on. Dream big. Take one action today that moves you towards it. And one day, you'll be able to say, I did it. And trust me, their faces will say everything. If this video resonated with you, share it with another ambitious woman who needs this reminder too. And I dare you, yes, you, to drop your boldest dream in the comments. This is a safe space, no judgment, we're all here to glow up together. Because that's how we change the world, one ambitious woman at a time. It's time to stop hiding and finally step into the spotlight you were born for. You can follow me on Instagram to watch me become my alter ego. I am building my dream life from scratch and documenting every step. So if you're done waiting to feel ready, hit the subscribe button here and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!